Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George from Movie Misfit and this is the first episode of Show and Tell of 2022. Happy New Year to you all. I'm now sporting this lovely hoodie, present from my husband for Christmas. Has the big symbol on the back, so I'll not be missed, that's for sure. But in this episode of Show and Tell, I wanted to share with you a little something I treated myself to just before Christmas. All these goodies! Oh, 24 incredible Hong Kong titles. Well, maybe not all of them are incredible. I've yet to see some of them. From a very generous eBay seller. I probably got 20 of them in this bigger box separately, and the last 4 were posted on their own, and because of the Christmas obviously busyness and rush with Royal Mail, they came just at Christmas Eve there, I think, or just before. Anyway, I'm going to just go through each of the titles and show you what I got in this box lot from eBay. Okay, so a good lot of these are part of the Fortune Star Legendary Collection. If you'd never seen this, it was this mass amount of titles that Fortune Star had released with this beautiful silver wrapping. I have about maybe 30 of the movies on VCD, and I bought them many moons ago, and I got them because obviously VCDs were much cheaper. The quality's shite, of course it is, but in my eyes I could buy 5 VCDs for the price of 1 DVD or something like that. So I kind of went out, got the VCDs, imported from, I think, Yes Asia at the time. But then when I saw that a lot of these titles were available on eBay, on DVD, some of them I wanted to replicate to see in better quality. Okay, so the first is A Fiery Family. A Fiery Family, 1989, directed by Wilson Tong. Sort of a follow-up to A Bloody Fight, I think. Choreographed by Wilson Tong also, starring Norman Chow Su Kung, Gordon Liu, Lo Lei, Wilson Tong himself, Tai Bo, and the late Man Tat. So let's have a wee look inside. So on either side of the Legendary Collection, you have got 2 covers to choose from. Usually one flipped landscape and the other horizontally. I have yet to see this movie, I have to say. I'm kind of excited to get stuck into it. There's a great collection of stars there, obviously. So I am excited, but that's all I know about that. Next up is Cupbusters, missing its sleeve with the silver lining, but hey, whatever, you know, it was a great deal. So this is Cupbusters, 1985 production, directed by Danny Lee. It stars Ken Chang, Wong Ching, who is this guy here you would know from many old Kung Fu movies, Xing Fuan, Peter Yang Kwan, Elaine Kam, Jimmy Luke, and Shaw Brothers regular actress Mama Hung. But yes, here we have this fantastic, I love the Hong Kong artwork from this period. I mean, much like the older Jackie Chan releases and the Kung Fu comedies of the late 70s, early 80s, this design and illustration cracks me up. Absolutely love it. Again, going to be a fun ride. Not too sure any more else about it or anything else about it. It's just going to be one of those mid-80s crazy Hong Kong comedies. Next up is one that I've been dying to get for a long time, and I know it's just been remastered recently, released also on Blu-ray, but when I saw it through this seller, I just wanted to grab it, and that is Danny Lee's Law with Two Phases. So again, with the slip on the back, we have it's glued on, quite rough actually. I don't know whether this has come off and been replaced, but again, the sleeves have that on the back. Inside we have some gorgeous artwork here. So directed by Danny Lee, the action's choreographed by Sherman Wong Jinghua, stars Danny Lee, Eddie Chen, Tai Bo, Parkman Wong, Chu Tak On, and Xing Fuan, Big Ugly Head himself. Yes, I mean, I'm not going to show you all the discs because they're all quite similar, to be honest. Same pattern, and that's kind of what I liked about the Legendary Collection. They all had that uniformed look about them, which I was quite pleased with. Next up is not part of the Legendary Collection, but I really wanted to get this. I only had it on bootleg video many years ago. I had the Made in Hong Kong VHS release of Black Cat, and I had a bootleg video of Black Cat 2, the assassination of President Yeltsin. And of course, Idiot Films are about to release this incredible deluxe set of Black Cat. I just hope they've stuck this on there somewhere in Blu-ray HD quality. So here we have Black Cat 2 from director Stephen Shin, choreographed by Poon Kin Kwan, and starring Jade Lung again as the Nikita type character, along with Robin Shou, Mike Miller, and Jack Wong in there. So this is the Media Asia Distribution Megastar DVD, which they're not terrible quality. They're as expected. It's, you know, early DVD releases. But yes, excited to see this in better quality than what I watched on bootleg video. So next up is A Bloody Fight from Wilson Tong. This is the one, the movie that he shot pretty much with the same cast from A Fiery Family. This was shot in 1988 and A Fiery Family was 1989. Here we have the back. So yes, directed by Wilson Tong, choreographed by Wilson Tong, starring La Ga Lung, Gordon Low, Chor Yun, Norman Choi Soo Kang, Shum Wai, Fung Hak On, and Tai Bo again. So a real wonderful collection of Shaw Brothers stars there. But yes, again, not much more apart from that sticky back as I've shown you there. You have both covers on the inside. And just to make sure that I'm not missing something, no, definitely not a two-sided cover. Next up is The Tigers, one of my favorite early 90s Andy Lau, Tony Leung movies. I have got it somewhere there in the VHS collection from Eastern Heroes. Love the movie. Actually have not seen it in a long time. This is on the Megastar collection, which again kind of almost matched the Legendary Collection there. It's got the same sort of look to it. But here we have The Tigers. So let's see, 1991 it would have been around, directed by Eric Chang. Let's see, choreographed by Stephen Tung Wai, Tony Leung Siu Hung, brother to Bruce Leung, and his dad as well was also a big Shaw Brothers choreographer director. Also starring Andy Lau, Tony Leung Chi Wai, Ken Tong, Felix Wong, Michael Mu, Lung Gar Yan, Xing Fu On, Philip Chan, and Lo Lei. Brilliant movie. Really love it, and I'm glad now that I've got it on DVD. Next up is The Cat, a movie, a science fiction kind of horror Hong Kong action movie that I've been dying to see for a long time, actually. Directed by Nam Nai Choi. I haven't ever gotten around to getting it, regardless if it's from bootleg VHS or imported before. But finally, here I have The Cat, 1992 production, directed by Nam Nai Choi, choreographed by Philip Kwok, starring Wes Lee, Gloria Yip, Ng Wing Mei, and gosh, who else is in there? Lau Su Ming, and Philip Kwok himself appears, I believe. So yeah, this is this is a double cover. Okay, so inside, this is the Delta Mac DVD release. I can share this one a wee bit better. Inside we have got a nice wee shot there from the movie. As this is another Wisely movie, much like The Seventh Curse. I think Chin Soo Ho played alongside Choi Yun-fat, Wisely, and Sam Hui also played him in Legend of the Golden Pearl, The Legend of Wisely, and Andy Lau in Wesley's Mysterious Files. So yes, another one to add to the collection of Wisely movies. Thank you very much. Next. Next up is the Universe DVD release of Cop of the Town from Danny Lee, starring Danny Lee, directed by Wang Chun, also starring Wang Chun, Ricky Yi, Xing Fuan, and a bunch of regular faces from around the period of 1985. Yep, 1985 production. So yeah, another one I haven't seen. Of course, Danny Lee has, I mean, enough titles that last us a lifetime trying to catch up on. So this is one of the earlier ones. Of course, he's stepping away from the Shaw Brothers movies at this period and getting into a lot of the more modern action movies. So Cop of the Town, quite excited to see it and see what goes on there. Not too sure how different it may be to many of the other films of this era, but hey, I mean, this was more of a period when everybody was just dishing out hundreds of movies a month, you know. Anyway, next up, part of the Legendary Collection, and I do have it on VCD, so I'm so glad to finally get it on DVD. Forbidden Arsenal, also known as In the Line of Duty 6, starring the wonderful Cynthia Khan, of course. Directed by Chung Soo Kung, who also did Seawolves, In the Line of Duty 7, which I got recently from Germany on DVD under the title of Sea Fighter. So starring Cynthia Khan, Wes Lee, Gary Chow, Robin Shaw, Philip Kwok, who also looks after the choreography with Paul Wong, Ridley Choi, and C.Y. Kit, the sort of young triad kind of character who's in a lot of movies against all and so on. But yes, I really enjoy that, you know, sort of part 5, 6, and 7 never get the same appreciation as 3 and 4, 1 or 2 even, you know, like they just kind of forget about them, but I still quite enjoy them. And it would be nice to see, let's say, Criterion with their Bruce Lee box set and their Once Upon a Time in China box set to do an In the Line of Duty or Yes Madam box set on Blu-ray with all of the film. Oh my god, it would be amazing. Listen up, Criterion. That's the criteria for being Criterion. So here we go. Forbidden Arsenal. Can't wait to watch it. Next up, another one from the Legendary Collection. One I have been dying to get my hands on, and I am so happy to finally get it. I'm a big fan of Kirk Wong, and here I finally got my hands on Taking Manhattan. So excited. Taking Manhattan. Oh my god. 1992 production, directed by Kirk Wong, choreographed by Dang Tak Wing, starring Carrie Ng, Lu Chi Yin, and Andrew Chan, and then a bunch of Western actors who really don't stand out to me as such. Produced by Eric Chang, which is also great. So yeah, really excited to see this. It's been one of those Kirk Wong movies that's proven hard to get, and because I missed it when I initially was getting the Legendary Collection on VCD, I kind of haven't been able to find it anywhere ever since. I see Dave Lee in there. David Lee, he's I think a British martial artist. I can see him on there pointing a gun, and in the back here, this is him. I remember seeing an article on him in Combat Martial Arts magazine. So here we have one side and the other. Anyway, next. So next up, sticking with the Legendary Collection, is A Bite of Love. A Bite of Love is a vampire comedy, I suppose you could say, starring the wonderful George Lamb. This was made in 1990, directed by Stephen Shin. Choreographed, so there is obviously action in there, choreographed by Philip Kwok, who seems to be doing a lot of the choreography here in these collections. Starring George Lamb, Rosamund Kwan, Norman Chau Soo Kung, and Rocky Lai, who is more famous for his time spent with the Jackie Chan action team. So yes, excited to see this. It's it's gonna be a little bit corny, I'm sure, but it's one that I've seen kicking about when it initially got released here by the Legendary Collection, and one that I missed out on getting. So I'm so happy to finally get my hands on it. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be like Mr. Vampire. It seems to be a bit more modern, but it's going to be fun. Next up on the Legendary Collection is another one I've been dying to get, obviously. A Killer's Blues, starring Dick Lung, or T Lung. Let's see, 1989 production from director Raymond Lee, choreographed again by Tony Leung Soo Hung, and starring T Lung, Olivia Chang from, I believe Olivia Chang was in Millionaires Express. Olivia Chang, Finney Yoon, Roy Chung, Mark Chang, and Lo Lei. Did see a trailer for it many moons ago and was so excited to get it. So yes, can't wait to get stuck into this one. Sorry, this is the back of it here. And inside we have got this portrait cover and then the landscape. Wonderful. Next up is another set from Fortune Star that they released, and they'd done with these gorgeous slips, a bit less of the silver lining and more of bolder colors and bolder covers, as such, colors and covers. This is the Choi Hark movie, All the Wrong Clues for the Right Solutions, a 1981 production that I've been, again, dying to get my hands on. There is a follow-up out there and I will get round to getting this, but I'm just happy to have this first. So All the Wrong Clues, directed by Choi Hark in 1981, starring George Lam, Teddy Robin Kwan, Carl Maka, who also produces the movie, Eric Chang, John Shum, Bolo Young, and Walter Cho, who was the older cop in the My Lucky Stars trilogy. So here we have inside, similar covers, just back and front. Lovely, lovely disc. Quite like that, the yellow popping. No cover inside. So yes, going to be a typical Choi Hark, early Choi Hark comedy, and I'm looking forward to it. And obviously has some amazing actors in there. Next up from the Legendary Collection again is Burning Sensation. From who directed? Burning Sensation was directed by Wu Ma, of course, produced by Sammo Hung, directed by Wu Ma, starring Kenny B, Carl Dudu Chang, Wu Ma himself, James Wong, James Tian, Blackie Ko, Yun Tak, Yun Mu, who also helped choreograph it along with Sammo Hung's stunt team. So inside we have two portrait covers, this one here of course, and on the other side. And it was around this period Sammo was doing a lot of these types of movies. I remember having one on VHS, bootleg again of course, called My Flying Wife, which I've been trying to find again because I kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't the most perfect Sammo Hung movie, but I quite enjoyed it. And I'm kind of getting the feeling that this may go down the same lines. Anyway, next. So next up, again, Legendary Collection. It's a title I have never even heard of. It's from 1978 and it's called Who Holds the Golden Key? Who Holds the Golden Key, directed by Teddy Yip, stars Alan Tang, Meg Lam, Tang Ching, Chin Yit Sang, Billy Chan and Peter Chan, the two brothers obviously, and the late Peter Chan. So yes, I'm not too sure what the crack is with this one, who's behind it, executive producer Lo Wei. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one. Very James Bondy looking front cover there. So can't really tell you too much more about that. We'll jump on to the next one. Next up is another Danny Lee title on the Legendary Collection, and it is Road Warriors. Road Warriors was made around 1987, again directed by Danny Lee, starring Danny Lee, Jimmy Look, Ken Lo, Billy Ching, Xing Fu-an, Tommy Wong, and James Wong, Parkman Wong, Philip Chan, of course. Again, Danny Lee movies from this period they always excite me. They're pretty much, a lot of them are the same sort of thing, but they still excite me. I really do love Danny Lee. Kind of overshadowed, of course, by the coolness of Chow Yun-fat in a lot of their starring vehicles together. But I think Danny Lee, being a director of many of his own works, has really sort of expanded his filmography in a more impressive way. Next up, Legendary Collection again. Kind of excited about this one. I did see it advertised on Yes Asia way back when they started promoting the Legendary Collection. Love all the actors in it. Very excited for it, and just never picked it up because there was other titles that I kind of wanted, because titles I knew a bit more about. So anyway, here we have Fingers on Trigger, or Fingers on the Trigger, 1984 production, directed by Lung Pasan, starring, as you can see here in the back, Stanley Fung from the Lucky Stars trilogy, Melvin Wong, Wong Wai, and Margaret Lee. So again, not too much that I know about it, but it looks quite the serious piece. And again, it's that period of Hong Kong cinema that really was at its best. Forgot to show you inside, of course. Here we have 2 portrait covers for Finger on Trigger. Quite similar, actually. Sorry, I was really confused as I was looking at them. I was like, these are maybe the same thing, but no, they're quite different. Next up on the Legendary Collection is a Frankie Chan movie called Dream of Desire. Dream of Desire was executive produced by Frankie Chan, starring Frankie Chan and Eric Chang, Pauline Yung from Dragons Forever. This was made around 1989, directed by Oh Sing Poo. Stars all of the above, including Charlotte Chung Man and the crazy Sheila Chan. So here we have. I'm not too sure of anything about this movie. I don't know if it's going to be a straightforward comedy, just by looking at the cover here. It could well be, but there also looks like there could be some serious pieces in there. It may be like Wong Jing's Dances with Dragon or something like that. But here we have, again, with Frankie Chan movies, you just never know. I do love Frankie Chan's movies, I have to say. I'm a big fan. I know they're a bit out there for the most part and flawed here and there, but quite often they're highly enjoyable, if not the reason that I fell in love with Hong Kong cinema, because they're so friggin' nuts. So next up from the Legendary Collection again is another Kirk Wong movie that I have been dying to see forever, ever since I read about it in Impact Movie Magazine way back in the 90s. Gunman from Kirk Wong, 1988, directed by Kirk Wong, choreographed by Fung Hakon, starring Tony Leung Ka-fai, Adam Chang, Wes Lee, Mark Cheng, Carrie Ng, David Wu, Elvis Choi, Cam Kong, Yun Bun, and Wong Kam Kong as well. Yeah, really cannot wait to watch this one. Look at this. This is friggin' awesome looking. Actually, this could possibly be the first one of the lot that I watch. I'm very, very excited for it. Very excited, I have to say, very excited. 4 friends fight together during the 1935 Civil War in China. Okay, anyway, sorry, getting lost here. Next up on the Legendary Collection, and I think the last of the ones from the Legendary Collection, is Underground Express, also known as Long Arm of the Law Part 4. Directed by Michael Mak, as a 1990 production, choreographed by Chin Yut Sang. Stars Elvis Choi Kam Kong, Kwang Jing, Ching Sulung, Frankie Chan, or Frankie Chin, the bodybuilder, and Jacqueline is also in there. I've got Long Arm of the Law 1. I don't think I have any of the others. I don't know if they're connected. Hopefully not. But anyway, Underground Express. Let's see. Here we have the portrait and the landscape. Nothing too exciting about them, unfortunately, but yeah, excited to see it. Next up is a DVD from Ocean Shores, and I'm kind of worried about the quality of it, to be honest. It is Awakening with Anthony Wong and Simon Yam. Made in 1994, directed by Cha Chun Yi, choreographed by Benny Lai and Sam Wong. Stars Anthony Wong, Simon Yan, Anita Lee, Carmen Lee, and James Wong, I believe. Bit of a supernatural kind of Hong Kong thing. Supernatural, of course it's a Hong Kong thing. Supernatural drama, I suppose. Don't know what to expect. But I do love Anthony Wong and I do love Simon Yam, so very happy to get stuck into this. Next up is another Ocean Shores DVD release, and a movie that I've been dying to see for a very long time. I have to say, I keep saying that, but I am very excited for this one. Bullet for Hire, starring Jackie Chung and Simon Yam again, directed by Gunman. Choreographed by John Chung and Paul Wong. Stars Jackie Chung, Simon Yam, Dick Wei, Elaine Loy, Sheila Chan, Lo Lei, Ridley Choi and Benny Lai pop up in there also, I believe. But yes, very excited for this one. It's been out there. It's been out a long time, obviously, but I've just never been able to find it, let alone pick it up. And I am. Yeah, I'm excited to see this one. Next. So, second from last, here we are. It is Operation Billionaires, another Simon Yam movie on the Universe label. Directed in 1998 by Andy Ng. Choreographed by Lau Shengfeng. Stars Simon Yam, Patrick Tam, Parkman Wong, and Frankie Ng. Yeah, it's another one that I heard a lot about upon release, but I haven't seen any trailers for it. I haven't seen too much more about it, so I'll be excited to see what this is all about. So last but not least is a comedy called Today's Hero, released by Maya, and this it looks pretty wacky actually. Directed in 1991 by Yip Shing Hong. Choreographed by Yun Tak, and starring Kenny B, Maggie Chung, Meg Lam, Xing Fuan, Chu Tak-on, Hu Siu Hung. It does look like a bit of a wacky movie. You can see Kenny B there in drag, which is already tickling me. And the disc is just a plain disc. I don't know too much more about it, if I'm honest. Didn't even know it existed, but I'm very happy to get stuck into it and see what this is all about. So there we go. That was my wonderful buy from eBay. Fingers crossed that someday soon there will be another box just as exciting and I can pick that up and share that with you. In the meantime, I have a lot of watching to do, and I still have a good 15 or 16 Blu-ray titles to unbox and share with you. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever you do on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I appreciate that. And hopefully in 2022, there'll be a lot more coming to the channel, including some interviews with fans of Hong Kong cinema, as well as filmmakers, directors and stars, all being well. Until then, enjoy your Kung Fu and I'll see you soon.